So I finally figured out why my handler is denying me. So I know I kind of figured it out now, and it's relieving. Okay. So I figured out why they're telling everybody to not tell me that they're reading my mind. It's so they want me to kill myself. So they say, "Oh, I don't know why she killed herself. That's why." Yeah. And then another thing, I was gonna get an MRI back then. I mean, back then in like March, because I wanted to prove that I wasn't remembering, right? Because I'm not. I'm not. They're accusing me of something and I'm not remembering, right? But I thought you could see the difference in the brain when you imagine something, and you can really uh you can't really tell the difference because so when you okay, like right now I'm gonna imagine a green red tree with cherries, and then I'm gonna imagine the I don't know. It's because okay, so let me tell you the difference. When you imagine something for the first time, your brain is like working in a certain way, and then when you're remembering that you're imagining something, you created a memory. Does that make sense? So it's basically impossible for them to like know the difference when I'm, and then so if they have my brain map, they don't really know. They still don't know because I did a lot of research because I was trying to prove my innocence, and you just can't tell the difference because your brain it just like you memories aren't stored in one area. Like they're not like, oh, here is your memory. No, brains are stored. Your memories are stored all over your brain. You can't really tell the difference, right? Um, and I was like, I was hopeful. I was like, man, I'm gonna prove my innocence. But no, it's like because your brain doesn't store memories in one area. It stores it all over your brain. It's not like, oh, right here is your memory. And no, there is a spot that does retrieve your memories. Called the hippocampus. But it just you just can't tell. And I try to prove it, but you can't. I did a lot of research, and it doesn't work because you could have a memory here, and you could have a memory here, you could have a memory here, and it's all over the place. You just can't tell the difference, unless you're imagining something for the first time. So like for oh my god, this person almost crashed me. So if I'm imagining something for the first time ever, it is gonna look different because it's totally imaginary. But if I'm remembering something I imagined, it became a memory. So you can't tell the difference. So there's no way of me like defending my innocence if I am always imagining the shit over and over again. Like if you, for example, it's like learning. When you learn something, when you learned math, you had to like memorize. That's like I'm memorizing in imaginary scenarios, imagining, and it becomes a memory. So you can't really tell the difference. I already did my research. I tried to prove my innocence, but you can't. So that's that. And so my handler's out here telling people, oh, I made it so you could read your mind. So people, like, okay, so I got cheated on by my ex, my honey potted ex husband, right? And then he he cheated on me, and then they lied about it, and I was just like, I want to make sure before, because I went to get revenge, and I want to make sure I'm doing the right thing, and then it turned out to be true, right? And then my mom, she's like really jealous of me. She like copies everything I do, and then like I'll make another video because I'm gonna explain this first. But yeah, she like what was I gonna say? But yeah, I like they always copy what I say. So I like if I'm gonna do something wrong to somebody, I'm gonna make sure that it's the right thing. Because like for example, if I'm gonna seek revenge, I'm gonna make sure that person knew what they were doing, all these things first before I go out in my anger, and then so that's what I said. I'm gonna make sure that he did, and he did. I have proof that he did because I fucking had a sexually transmitted disease and all this shit, well married. So, but yeah, and then my handler is going around telling people, well, I'm gonna make sure she did this and this and this. Okay, how are you gonna make sure if I just explain to you, you can't tell the difference? Like, if I could prove it to somebody, I would. Like, I would love to that. Like, have an area in your brain. It's like, this is your memory, and this is your imagine. No, it doesn't work like that. You know, your memories are like, one memory's over here, one memory's over here, and especially, like, for example, like, going back to math, you have to, like, sometimes you have memories with your eyes, you know, and so it's located in your optical in the back. You know, it's not like, oh, right here is your memory, right here. No, it's like all over the place. You can't tell the difference. But yeah, I already went down that rabbit hole, and it's I already did a lot of research, because I was like, I could probably prove it like that, you know, but no, I can't, and I wish I could, you know. It would help me a lot of problems, you know, but I didn't. I got lost. But yeah, but what was I gonna say? But yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, they copy everything I say, because I said I'm gonna make sure that he did in fact cheat on me if I'm gonna seek revenge. And then what did they say? The handlers say, they're like, I'm gonna make sure she and then like, whatever what they accuse me of is like, it's so fucking wild that actually, in my opinion. Okay, so I have been, you know, like, in my other view, like, I've been in situations where things that shouldn't have happened to me, right? And they just need, like, people just need to investigate more, because there's more to the story, you know. But, you know, people are quick to, like, be like, oh yeah, she's that and that and that. I'm like, no, because I've been through, like, I was actually, you know, I talked to like, when I was little, I literally had, when I was 10, 12, I was 10. I went to talk. I had to talk to the police officer and confess. And I didn't confess. I mean, I had to testify against someone when I was little, you know. And that's all it took for that person, you know, to get in trouble. You know, you know, and this person, you know, was, you know, I don't want to talk about the person right now, but, you know, people just don't dig deeper, you know. They just believe my handler, like, everything they say. But, you know, like, if you're like me, you just know, like, I don't know, it's because I don't want to, like, I'm obviously gonna defend myself, but how am I gonna explain to somebody that's never been through what I've been through, you know? It's just kind of like stupid. How do I explain to you? I don't know, it's hard to miss something like that, you know. And then they accuse me, and then but yeah, I already tried. I went down the rabbit hole of trying to, like, prove. Oh, maybe because I studied a little bit about, like, the NAR, because I wanted to be a nurse. I studied that a little bit, and I was like, I'm gonna dig deeper into. But no, you just can't tell the difference, because, like, unless, like I said, unless you're imagining something for the first time ever, it does look different. But if you, like, for example, if I am, let me imagine. Oh, it's worse. You can't even tell. It's like, okay, so like, if you're remembering, like, so I'm trying to. So if I'm going to imagine myself, okay, like, I tell you, like, can you let's go to the movies and watch the whatever movie it's on right now, Jurassic Park, whatever, you know. You're gonna remember, oh yeah, Grand, you know, in Lincoln, we're gonna remember the Grand, but you're gonna imagine yourself going there. So, you know, it's like a combination of a memory and imagination. So you can't. How are you gonna tell the difference? You just can't. I already tried it. Like, you know, you just can't, because your brain processes images in your brain, and, like, you just can't tell. You know, I wish you could, but you can't. Because your brain, it's all, like, all over your brain. It's, like, mapped all over your brain. You know, it's not like, oh, this part area is a memory. Nope. this part isn't. No, you just, yeah, you just can't. And I wish you could, but you can't. But yeah, my handler, she likes to, every time I call her out on her bullshit, she's like, I tell her, you're burning me with directed energy weapons. They also mess with my dreams. They talk to me in my dreams. I have their voice. I have dreams, and they're like, you're dreaming this for a reason, and all that. They fuck with me like that, and but yeah, like nobody believes me when I tell them they're doing all these things to me, but nobody believes me. And I'm telling you, every time I piss her off, she's like, well, she did this and that, and I'm like, this is why, like, I don't know, I just feel like so hopeless in my situation, because I'm like, what am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to, like, defend myself if there's no way? But yeah, that's my mom. Every time I try to do something, she fucking, she's like I tell people, they're watching me through my eyes, and they're like, no, you're not, and then they are. And it's like, how am I supposed to get help if people lie? Like, how, a lie, I don't know. So many lies that, if people would tell the truth every time, I would be far in life, I wouldn't be a TI. Well, because people lie and listen to my handler, like, what? I don't even listen to her sometimes. Like, I only know because people tell me. And I'm like, okay. And every time, I try, I tell her, people tell it, I try to ask for help. They're like, I don't know what you're talking about. And I'm like, bro, you just repeating my thoughts word by word and want to lie about it. Like, I don't know. It's just so helpless as fuck, because everybody knows, and I'm here like, well, what am I supposed to do? I have people that told me, yeah, we are doing that to you, but I don't have anybody that would be willing to go to court and be like, yeah, we're doing this to her, and yeah. But yeah, it's helpless as fuck. But yeah, like I said, everywhere I go, it's helpless. I don't even know what to do. It's just, every day I'm just like, what am I going to do today to, like, make it better? There's nothing I can do. Like, literally, I ask for help, nobody listens. I've been on TV trying to ask for help publicly, nobody helped me. I wrote to my congressman, I talked to them, I've done everything in my power, and I'm still a TI. And so I don't know what to do. Like, I don't want to live like this for the rest of my life, and that's why I'm suicidal, because, like, why would I want to live like this? But yeah, I just wanted to explain, because if I could help myself, I would, but I can't. I'm stuck here, and it sucks because I get blamed for it. Like, yesterday I was crying, because my ex-husband was, it's your fault, you can't control your thoughts. Like, I'm sorry, like, I wish I could, honestly, I wish, but I can't. I just can't, because you can't, by nature, you can't control your conscious thoughts that come to your mind. When you look at a tree, what is your first thought? Green. You can't say, oh, it was fucking a cherry. No, you can't. I'm not lying to you. So you're just like, do you know what I mean? I hope I don't have to explain myself so much. But yeah, it's like, I look at something and I have a thought automatically. Like, how do I stop that? Like, don't have vision, or I don't know. What am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to fix a problem? I don't know. Because these thoughts are automatic. It's not like I'm here like, okay, Kate, you're going to think this. No, your brain doesn't work like that, And so, helpless. It's a very helpless situation to be in.